new from Replica, new from Flur, Gissah perfumes, and BDK. Just a big fragrance haul. Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're going to be talking about the biggest and latest haul that I've had in a long time. And let's just go ahead and get started so we don't waste too much time. The first one is called Gissah Extrait. The original Gissah got a lot of traction, and this one is supposed to be the darker, more ambery version of that. It's got vetiver, also patchouli, vanilla absolute, and that in itself, it seems like where it's going to really richen up the original scent profile, including sandalwood. So what you get with this is powdery floral, slightly vanillic, and a dry down of powdery woods. Gorgeous scent profile. In the opening, that cardamom gives it a little bit of spice that is very mass appealing. Niche, but mass appealing, and smells top notch. This stuff is incredible. The quality is next level. I will say that the iris, the powdery vibe in the original one, gives you more of like this buttery makeup style, whereas this goes in more of a rooty and earthy territory, almost like boiled carrots versus actual cosmetic iris. Both of them play in the same vein. This one having more of the boiled carrots vibe. It's not going to be for everybody. I think it's a pretty good scent profile. I wouldn't give it more than like an 8.6 though. It smells really good. The original one is better. This one is a little bit sexier. Let's say an 8.8. Solid 8.8. That, BDK, Gissah Extrait. Next one by Flur, a new fragrance release. It's all gold. I love it. And it is called Golden Rule. Golden Rule has white florals and also some vanilla, and I believe it might be tuberose in this one, maybe even some gummy fruits. Notes of this one include mandarin, orange flower water, coconut milk, sandalwood, and vanilla cream. And that's a lot of what you're gonna get in this one. It smells like, honestly, I do kind of get like this designer's-esque DNA, but in every good way. It's very, very bright, citrus forward. I love it. I find it to also be thirst quenching in the opening. That white floral and makes sense. The orange flower water, and also the coconut water. So it smells like flavored coconut water, basically. And as it starts to dry down, it does get a lot more creamy and vanillic as well. Starts off as something borderline drinkable, orange flower water with the coconut water, and then developing that creamy nuance as it starts to dry down. I think it's really good. And in a vein, honestly, this kind of reminds me in a vein of like YSL Libre, maybe of like the Eau de Parfum or even the Parfum. It places me in that same vein, but even richer of a scent profile than that. I love it. I love it. I love YSL Libre. I know a lot of you ladies think that it's like very designer-esque, and this would be the solve to that. It's richer in scent profile. It does what that kind of does, at least to my nose, okay? I'm not a professional with it when it comes to women's fragrances, but it smells like it's doing that, just more concentrated. Very sexy, in my opinion. Next one I just picked up is Autumn Vibes. I find this to be unisex, but kind of masculine leaning, just because of the fact that it really does recreate a lot of these woody accords and literally the autumn. It smells like it might have a lot of cedarwood and even some spice like clove. But what I get with this is literally being in woodshop class and milling putting the cedarwood plank through the mill, and it's shaving off a lot of that. Add some spice and maybe leafy greens, and you end up with this, a natural recreation of being in like a log cabin during the fall time. Autumn Vibes is a very good recreation of exactly that. But if you're expecting like perfume, cologne, that's not going to be the case, except rather that photorealistic experience. Moving on to the Gissah set. This is called Soul of Arabia. And this is pretty damn disappointing because I smelled absolutely nothing new with this. There is one of them that I like here. That was pretty decent. Sahara just smells like Hudson Valley with more emphasis on the amber and the rose. It kind of tones down some of the aromatic nature, but if you already have Hudson Valley, this does smell like it's in the same vein. It's not exactly alike, but for me personally, man, it just seems redundant. Is it the same? No, but it does smell like they worked around the Hudson Valley DNA. This is called Oryx, it's the next one, and it smells like they worked around the Imperial Valley DNA. Added more ambers, added even more oud, and even slightly animalistic, and you end up with this. It's called Oryx. It kind of smells like they took Imperial Valley with this, added even more like animalistic oud, and it smells like they took Hudson Valley with this and added more animalistic ambers or a more natural recreation. Lastly, and the only one that I liked personally is one that clearly quality control this came off, but the Oasis. This reminds me of like Herba Gold or Herba Pura with vanilla. It's called Oasis. It's nice. This one in itself is worth it. If they did like a single bottle of this, I'd say get it. But in order to get this, you have to get the other two. It's kind of a pass, in my opinion. These two are still good, but redundant, and I'm not crazy about them, honestly. Good is like the best case scenario. Mediocre. That's how I feel about these two, to be honest. This one though, it is really damn good. Not worth it to get the whole set, but that's pretty much it. That's the Soul of Arabia set. Moving on to the other one that I got is called 7 Virtues Lychee. And I've been grabbing a lot more women's fragrances to test out, to review, and all that good stuff. And this is one that I personally really like. The notes of this one includes lychee, peony, and vanilla. So it has like this pink, delicate floral accord, and it smells like a sweet gummy bear. Ladies, you'll smell freaking edible in every cute way. Like, this is pretty and pink vibes, but also flirty and shit. It's really good. I love it. I freaking love it. It does have Delina vibes without the rose. So if you want something that's even fresher and easier to wear than something like Delina, it would be this. Completely different than Delina, obviously, but I'm just giving you the vein of fragrance. It has a fruity and gummy vibe that even Burberry Her is known for, without it smelling too synthetic, leaning into more like Burberry Her. In fact, more like that than even Delina in itself. But I still think it smells really good. Next one, ladies and gentlemen, is called Greenpoint by Bond No. 9. This one is brand new. I have the bottle up in my upstairs studio, and it smells like their take on a fresh saltwater style of scent profile. That's what the bottle looks like, and it's kind of their answer to the whole Mega Mare fragrance line. Except this one has more ambers and something even more aromatic than Mega Mare, where that is kind of unidimensional and very consistent in scent. This one changes, and Claude Dior is known for very specifically his amber. It's almost like this myrrh, resinous, waxy, and sometimes, when overly done, plasticky. Initially, I loved it for the opening. And then the dry down, I got that resinous, plasticky vibe that usually comes with like myrrh. But I started to wear it even more. And after I got over it or got used to it, I fell absolutely in love with this. I think this is one of the best Bond No. 9 fragrances, period. It's called Greenpoint. Some people that smell it will like turn off. Some people that don't are gonna think that this is amazing. I got a lot of compliments while wearing this one as well. But if you're familiar with Claude Dior's creations, he has a lot of resins, very oriental, ambery, and if you check out some of his other creations, it's that very signature style of amber that he uses that's found in this one as well. More so in the dry down, the top of the fragrance is magical, but as it dries down, that's the one thing or gripe that I personally have about it. Next one added to my collection is called Replica Sailing Day. I told you guys we're in for it, man. This has like being on the beach, except with some florals. So I wanted to initially say that this is unisex, but it very clearly leans feminine because of those florals. Regardless of the fact, especially at the top, you're gonna remember being on the beach. It's quite photorealistic as well. But once those white florals starts to rumble in, is where it develops like this delicate touch associated with femininity, and in my opinion, taking it more towards the femme side. It starts to settle back down and turn into something that's more aquatic and salty again, and at that realm, it's like, okay, unisex, and in all honesty, I think a gentleman can still rock this one if you're okay with white florals and white musks. But still, considering the fact, this would still lean, in my opinion, femme. With that being said, if a lady were to wear this during the beach or going to the ocean, it would be very fitting, and it would smell really damn nice. Last but not least is from Karon, and it's called Tabac Exquis. Here's the presentation, and here we have it. The scent profile of this was very underwhelming. Paying around niche prices on discounters, it's fair, it's like designer prices, but still, I was expecting a lot more. It's a really good scent profile that has like this certain level of finesse because of how light and airy it is, but I was expecting a rich tobacco with some fruits and maybe even some sweetness. When comparing this with a lot of other scent profiles, you're going to be underwhelmed, but wearing it on its own and spraying it on and actually living with it, it has a pretty sexy and diffusive nature to it, while still being present, and that in itself, being present but still light and diffusive, is a quality that I've noticed comes with higher quality of ingredients, right? And it's usually how stable the ingredients are while still giving you something that isn't suffocating, that isn't molecularly dense. Generally speaking, that effect is also caused by using a lot of synthetics, but in this case, it smells naturalistic. So having that style of performance while still maintaining a naturalistic scent profile is where I would personally place higher quality stamp on the fragrance. Achieving that in itself is not going to be cheap, and the synthetics that are used to create that effect are not cheap. Synthetics can actually mean longer lasting and even sometimes better smelling. So yeah, it smells good, it's warm, it's ambery, it's tobacco, it's rich, and maybe even some fruits. Performance for this one, don't expect anything crazy. It's not necessarily anything brand new either. I'd put it in like a mild, way mild version of tobacco color. So if you're gonna go out, $80 for something this small, I would personally say just save up and get Tabac Color. But they do differ in scent profile. Tabac Color has like more like this molasses and rich syrup versus this where it would be like honeyed water or watered down honey. That's the richness differences between this and Tabac Color in itself. Thick, creamy, ambery, watered down, but still having some viscosity to the scent profile. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This was the latest haul. Honestly, there are so many fragrances, man, that I've been unboxing and cracking into and all of that good stuff. Let me know down in the comment section which one of these that you've seen here sound the most interesting to you, or if you've even picked up any of these. Are there any other recommendations from either of these brands that you think I should pick up? 7 Virtues, I've been picking up almost all of their fragrances lately, and even Ellis Brooklyn, by the way, Miami Nectar. This is so damn sexy. It's so damn good. So damn good. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out shoparomatics.com where you can pick up all aromatics fragrances, a bunch of niche and designer and Middle Eastern cheapies, 100% authentic, straight from the source. Love you guys. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.